Hello SIEE representatives, my name is Stephen Ung, and I'm here to talk to you about my story with this little animation. I was born on May 3rd, 1999, in Los Angeles, California, and by the time I was 5, my bags were packed and we moved down to Bakersfield, California in order for my parents to start a new donut shop business. This is where I spent most of my life. Now, I say I had a pretty standard childhood. I went to school, made friends, studied hard, played sports, and generally, life was good. My parents weren't the most well-off people. Business was harsh for the donut shop, and eventually, by the time I got out of high school, it was gone. But I never felt as if we were struggling to make ends meet. I've always had food on the table, and the holidays were always celebrated in our household. We're better off now that the donut shop is gone, but it's something that's put my parents back out looking for a job. They've never complained about it though, and always just encouraged me to do my best and go to school and get a good job. And that's what I'm doing now, going to California State University, Fresno, pursuing a criminology degree in law enforcement. I want to become a homicide detective in the future. That's my ultimate career goal, as I've always had an interest in law enforcement growing up, tuning into all the cop shows like Law and Order. Besides this childish admiration for that unrealistic Hollywood version of law enforcement, I've always wanted a career where I could, help people. Helping people find closure, saving people from the dangers of the world and the dangers of people themselves. Making not just my community, but the world an easier place to live in. That's what I think I resonated most with when I was watching those cop shows. That the foremost duty of a police officer, and even a detective, is that they exist to protect people.
Hello, I hope you enjoyed that short little video about my life. It was a lot of fun to make. Now, before I end this video, I said a couple more things I wanted to talk about, so just bear with me. I know this video is getting long, but I'm almost done, I swear. Anyway, as I said before, I am a criminology major, law enforcement option. I am currently in my second year, and I feel like it would be a good time for me to start breaking out of my shell. And I can't think of a better way to do that than to dive headfirst in with this scholarship. Now, what do I think the scholarship will do for my development? Well, I have rather simple goals. I want to become a global leader, or a better leader in general. Police officers, they need to be able to lead and make decisions that lead to the best outcomes for everyone. Police officers who don't know how to lead and coordinate are the ones who stagnate and they get left behind. And at worst, they can make decisions that lead to fatal consequences for people. I don't want that to be me. I feel like in getting this scholarship and developing my leadership skills, it will be extremely beneficial for me in the future for when I'm rising through the ranks and command a team on my own, or when I'm a detective and I have to examine and direct a crime scene. The possibilities are endless. Aside from that, I feel like in getting a new perspective in a new country, it will be extremely important to my mental as well as my worldview development. Seeing the different systems in place for the police and public and seeing how they differ from the ones back home will expand my knowledge and open possibilities for me, as I've always considered just having a law enforcement career back home, but this might be just be the spark that I need. And I think that's one of the most important things about this scholarship for me, that I regain the sparks that drove me that I feel like I've lost over the years. I want to become a model police officer that upholds the rules, because those are the ones that keep people safe. And I know a lot of this sounds idealistic, and maybe it is, I'm not too sure myself, but what I am sure of is I want to go out and explore the world and find out for myself. Well, that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you guys again soon. Thank you.